What's up, all you wonderful nerds and wargamers? So a little while back when I did the unboxing for this, there were some of you that expressed interest in seeing how the terrain goes together. It should be pretty straightforward. This is more just kind of ease, pointing it out, trying to troubleshoot and find issues that I could help you avoid. And because it needs to get built. So, because I aim to please and deliver you the things that you want to see, and because I'm a little bit of a people pleaser, let's build this stuff up. So as I'm getting into this, there are a few things that I notice immediately that are great. First of all, the stack of sheets is in the order of the instructions. You just go through the pile, and they're A, B, then they're stacked and packaged in that order. Now also, I've got out this first piece, and one, I would like to point out that all of this punched out super clean. Didn't have to fiddle with it. Nothing tried to tear. It just came away cleanly and smoothly. And this is something that may exist in other products, but that I've not seen before. And that's that this piece has a built-in hinge. That's pretty freaking cool. I've never seen that. I don't have a lot of experience with this punch board stuff, but I ain't never seen nothing like that. And that's pretty cool. So here's the first one. I just did this one off camera. I'm gonna show you a little bit more, but I wanted to do one just with myself to get a feel for it. This comes together really cleanly. The pegs that lock in are flared out, so when they get in, they kind of grab on, but it did make me a little bit nervous on the initial insertion. Now, I'm not going to do it today, but I will probably on all of these try to find a close color match and go over the edges of all of this cardstock to try to blend that in a little bit. But that's a minor thing. This looks really good. It feels sturdy. Let's look at another one. It's definitely easier to push the walls down on top of it, or to push the notch down on top of the peg, than it is to put the peg through the hole. But yeah, that fits together. That's nice. So that's the corner pieces that we get. There are the smaller corner pieces, and then this one guy right here. These are pretty much interchangeable. You could put any of the floors with any of these sides. They're all going to fit. They're cut the same way. They just have different prints on them. I realized that because I accidentally put the wrong floor on one of them, but realized it was going to be. These went together really, really quick. I love, most of all, how easily they punch out. I hate it when I deal with punching something out and then it catches and wants to tear the token or the thing or the whatever it is that I'm punching. I hate that so much, and these come out so clean. Moving into building F. Last thing to assemble are the walls, and there are a very good number of these. We get 9 short wall segments, 2 longer walls, and 3 corner pieces. On top of the buildings, it's a lot because the game plays on like a 2x2. There's also 4 ladders. Now I have ladders, but I could always use more ladders. These pieces, and it's on both of them. Let's see if I can get this in focus. It's cut a little bit crooked. There's a little bit of a curve to it so that when you put them together, it helps them to lock on. I still think that I may go back and put just a little drop of white glue on the joints that'll dry clear, because I feel that over time and handling and use and play and enjoyment, that might loosen up. And it's gonna be, if it's gonna be a problem anywhere, it's probably gonna be a problem on these. Of course, I've just put these together, so I don't have enough wear on them to know what's what with that. All in all, pretty decent sized amount of terrain pieces for the table for Blood and Plunder, or for whatever else you want to use them for. I would say that these are kind of nondescript enough that you could fit them anywhere from Blood and Plunder all the way up to modern settings, and of course anything and everything is acceptable sci-fi terrain, because in an infinite universe there are an infinite number of planets with varying levels of technologies and progression of the human culture that can exist. The stuff goes together really, really easy. It punches out incredibly smooth. And it's a very thick cardstock. So I think that as long as you are not slamming it around too hard, it'll probably hold up and last a good long while. You can purchase this set just by itself from Firelock, and I don't think it's that expensive. Like, not that expensive to the point where I may get a second one. We'll see. But if you weren't filming it and trying to make content from it, this could easily be done inside of 20 minutes to have all this terrain put together. And the printing is nice. The patterns look good. I'm a pretty big fan. Like I said, I am considering maybe going through and touching up some of those edges. We'll see how it looks a little bit more on camera. Definitely maybe on the walls, since that's really a big part of what you see of them is that top line. But that's a process and thoughts for me for another day. For now, I think we're done. Thanks so much for hanging in, tuning out while we tune it out. Please, I hope you didn't tune out. I hope you tuned in and hung out while we put together the punchboard terrain set from the Port Royal starter set. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.